How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every break, I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ice Place while we roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoney, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm David, and I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I ain't dancing around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
Chee-hoo. What's happening, peoples? What's happening? Welcome to the showgram. Welcome to the freaking showgram. All right, gang. This is what we finna do. We got more creator Q&A stuff, but I do have a live unboxing that I wanted to do while we do this creator Q&A type thing. So while you guys are getting your questions together for said creator Q&A, I will unbox said live special unboxing type stuff. If you're brand new around these parts, let the people know you're new. Be like, hey, I'm new. And the family would be like, hey, aloha, welcome to the show. Also, that'll help us so that we can just make sure that we're, welcoming you properly to the family. All right. So new people, here's how it works. If you have a question, we do ask that you put a Q colon in the front because it makes things easier to find. Okay. So there is that. Like, see, he just said it right there. This man, Mr. Moderator Paul Duncan, he is co-piloting the show today. And then so, yeah, he says, make sure that you throw that Q in the front. Otherwise, just comment. And it makes it easier for us to find it, which, That's how it works. Mr. Miles, welcome to the show, Grand Fam. It's been a minute. And then Mr. Junkie said the same thing. And we got two Pauls. There's the other Paul is here. What's happening, Mr. Paul? And Gary is here. Gary, liking the Infotech graphic there, sir. Looks fantastic. K Walks, what is crack-a-lacking? And Wrench Mob in the building. Discord for creators is up in this piece. There's Robs and Mr. Rich. Mr. Rich, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. Have rested the liver up because we coming. We coming out here. Yesterday, I went to my friend's my friend's shop because I had to fix Bubba's car, change the brakes or whatever. And of course, wanted to get this done before I go on the trip. And he was like, oh, I gave up this drinking thing, so here. And he handed me 3 bottles of whiskey. So I have 3 bottles of whiskey here on the floor. And I was like, oh, I should drink these before I go to Dallas to get myself ready to hang out with Rich. Anyway, first question from my man Braids. Brady said, how long should pre-roll for live be? Brady, I like to keep it down to like one song. I like to keep it down to 2 minutes. However, when I started this show with this particular song, this song is 3 minutes and 33 seconds on the button. And about a year into it, I was like, hey, I want to switch the song. And Sammy was like, no, absolutely freaking not. And then after Sammy said that, a bunch of other people in the audience said, no, absolutely not. And so my audience vetoed my idea of changing the song to something else because to them, being through the thick and thin with me from the beginning of the show, like that is like the logo. That's like, thank you for being a friend, right? It's kind of like, Cheers or where everybody knows your name. So yeah, we can't change that. Or for us, the Channel 2 News at the end, throwing the shockers. Like if they stopped that, it just wouldn't be the same thing. So yeah, I'd like to say 2 minutes. It's just enough time to let the RTMP feeds catch up. Because when you first start a stream, as we all know, you start a Zoom call or a stream, it's a little blurry or blocky in the beginning. It takes about a minute or so for it to calculate your bandwidth and make all of its changes. So do that. Some people go as far as 10. I don't do that. But yeah, it's really up to you. And I think about one song is correct. FedEx packaging. So yeah, that's it. Let's get this open. Good question, Braids. Good question. Pick a song and then write the songs to make the whole world sing. And then, J-Rad Spinky in the builds, man. What is up, sir? What is up? Yeah, pick a song and let the people fall in love with it, and then you're good to go. Mr. Miles says, Miles, I'm coming to visit you soon, sir. Been using the Godox 60s. Got a few bucks burning in the hole. If I were to change the light to a Maynard key, which one would you cop? Take that 60 and change it to the SL 150, the VL 150, or the SL 200 or the VL 200. So it's nice if you stay in the same family because then you can use one app to control them. I don't know if, man, FedEx, what did you guys do to this package? I don't know if Godox has an app, but you can use any wireless 2.4 gigahertz controller to control them. It ends up looking like a TV controller. Damn, FedEx. Why y'all glue the box like this? Anyway, so that's what I would do, Miles. I would get the next wattage up and or just get another 60. If you don't mind, if you think those 60s are bright enough, get another 60. Because the one advantage of just about everybody's 60s is they don't have any fans, right? Everything over the 60 might have a fan. Jared, since you're here and you have a VL 150, does the VL 150 have a fan? Because on my Nanlite, which is basically the same thing, in my head, at this level, the Nanlites, the Godox, the JVMs, and the Apertures are all basically the same cobs with slightly different housings, right? they want to make you think. I mean, there's not a lot to a Cobb light, to be honest with you. And if you look at the feature set, they all have primarily the same feature set. So at that size of Cobb circuit on board, it's what causes the light, the yellow thing you see when you see the pictures on Amazon. They're all relatively the same other than housings. And the one advantage to the VLs over the SLs, the VLs are dedicated video lights. So the SLs were kind of continuous studio lights, SL studio light, VL video light. The video light versions have a little bit better CRI, which is just noise for, it's a purer white light. So I would agree with Jarrad. And if Jarrad says get a VL 150, I was on the right track. Step up and just get the 150. The VLs will be better than the SLs for continuous use. And that's it. Okay, so here's the box. Let's get a knife in there. Boom, 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 boom. What's up, Mr. Cox Kevin? Mr. Cox Kevin is here. The only thing I love my Milwaukee blades because it matches my toolkit. The only thing I don't like is when I do unboxings, I like to only let out about this much blade, right? And you can't see that. I like to, on a slider knife, I like to let out about that much blade. So that way you don't accidentally cut anything inside. Because I have totally went to go do an unboxing. And yeah, see, this package was shallow. So if I just dug the knife in and opened it, I would have actually cut the box. So push knives are better than flips. But if you are going to do a flip, just barely put it in, just enough to break the tape, and then ride like that with your thumb on it so you don't accidentally cut the contents. I've completely ruined stuff, unboxing too fast and slide a knife through it. So there's that. Boom, boom, boom. I know it's not designed for it, but can a portable work as a teleprompter? Man, hell yeah. Mine's right here, and it's big. It's real big. And it probably could work as a teleprompter. Here, let me show you something, Kevy Kev. If I was to pick this bad boy up, oi, do not get it caught on the table. Come here, Cable. Man, I said not get caught on the table. All right, so there's a light. Here, let me switch to seeing. You know what? Take off the cover, Doc. It just make your life easier. Put this over here. Hold this in your hand like a human. And then switch over to this. Okay. So if I was to bring in this 15-inch like this, right? All I have to do to teleprompticate this is come into the old Ecamm, pick this scene up right here, drag it over, pop it in there. Oops. Sorry, Kevin. Let's move this down. And then try that again. I lost the window somewhere. I love when don't you just love it when the plan comes together? There we go. You know what? Before I move it to this screen, let me shrink this so that it's the right size. And then it's easier to find. And then I'll put it right here. Okay, so to Kevin's point, my cable is the wrong way, so I'm gonna just be upside down because it's easier. But you'll see I can just stick this right over here. And then if I came to this window and embiggened it, there it is. You just got to ignore the fact that it's upside down because my cable is half a second too short, right? Oh, no, that kind of works. But you know what I'm saying? So you can kind of see it. But this thing is dope, dude. Like, it's really, really light. It's easy to carry. It comes with a little protection-y dude to, whenever you want to stick it in. This is what I'm traveling with. I'm traveling with this and my little notebook. So, Kev, absolutely a good option. Absolutely a good option. I love mine. Is a U Perfect. Don't ask me where they come up with these names. I think they just take an English dictionary and say, this sounds good. But it's a good monitor. Like, I have no qualms about this monitor. I think it's absolutely incredible. So, good answer. Mr. Kevin. Boom, 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 boom. That's the answer. It does, but I never heard the fan because I never got it above 20%. Exactly. So that's the thing. My 200, the fan stays on. There's no way to turn it off. But my 60 and my 150 on the Nanlite, they don't have fans either, and I never get them much past 20%. What's up, Keep It Techie? Long time. Good to see you here, brother. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, thank you. I had fun on Twit. Twit this week was really good. We were having a blast. And yeah, I love going on Twit. Like, it's kind of fun. All right, so here's my surprise unboxing for you people. Wait, let me answer this question. Boom. Miles says, when you pull up, your game trying to come to the studio. Oh, man, you know what? It's super, the schedule is kind of tight, but I would love to come and check out the studio. So we just find a section where, you know, in between sessions or when we're on break, we'll just slide over. And then as long as you got whiskey at the studio, you ain't got to ask me but once. Come on, fam. You know me. You know me. Boom. Oh man, tell the wifey I said get well soon. Like, and yeah, it's really nice. Best Buy, if you want to go quick, well, actually, you're in the Bay, so you can get it quick either way. Best Buy does cover the Asus brands and a couple other ones. The one that I'm most looking forward to, I kind of want to buy one as an espresso. I believe Buck Nasty has an espresso monitor. They do a little bit more with the polish, like they got touchscreens and things like that. They do cost a little bit more, but yeah. What do you use when you lose the template to those Sidekick monitors? I don't, because it basically shows up on my Mac as a whole separate monitor, right? So it's not a direct like teleprompter monitor. It's more of a regular monitor, but what Kevin wants to do is just stick it like underneath, and they're light enough, and they have this brand has a Visa connector on the back, so I have Visa mounts all in my studio. I could literally just pop it right up here on the Visa mount that's connected to the overhead cam. Just posted my first video on the channel with the intent to do it for real. Day 12 of the challenge. Hey, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Oh, Brady, I don't know if you got to see it, but checked out Bless MMA. Max got to ride in Max Holloway for you people playing the home game. For us, it's just Max because we know him. Max Holloway is a MMA champion fighter and my homie. And he got to go fly with the Blue Angels yesterday, and they did a G-turn on him and knocked him out. So that's actually the first time he ever been knocked out in the ring. He's not undefeated, but he never been knocked out. But the pilots knocked him out. So it's kind of funny. Brady, I don't use a teleprompter app. I just use the Ecamm in the top of Ecamm here under output. I just go to video monitor and tell it which one of these monitors I want to put it on. What I've been doing, though, is using the program out, which you guys don't see right now because it's on this monitor, but instead of even using the monitor out, I just take the program out window and I drag it over here to my Lilliput, which is right here. So what that allows me to does is if I hit that, hit this, Insta360 is awake, you can see when I click here, it pops up on the Lilliput. If you pay attention to the bottom corner down here, you'll see that the window is actually on the Lilliput. So when I was messing with Kevin, I had to shrink it in order to get it to fit. But basically, it lives right here on the Lilliput. And so that's how I can see it. So that's my overhead thing. Well, since I had the overhead shot on, I might as well put it back because this is exactly what we need. What I got here, gang, in the old box of things from the box, I got, is that upside down? Let's do it this way. I got a Insta360 link. Let me gamma correct this just a little bit. Man, don't be tweaking on your cameras on the fly. Anyway, so I got an Insta360 link. Basically, this is the AI-powered webcam from Insta360 that is designed to follow you all over the place, right? So in theory, when you put this bad boy on, and I got it because I'm about to get on the road, and I'm taking this, right, my MacBook Air, and although it has a great new built-in camera, I'm also going to have my trusty A7 IV with the 17 to 28 Tammy on there, right? This is my favorite shooting rig right now. Even though Miss Diana complains how heavy it is because she's a little person and whatever, it's not heavy. 874 with the 17 to 28 Tammy. And I'm taking my Sony 24 millimeter G Master. Those would be the lenses that I take for that. Taking with this is just a little bit simple, right? So this guy's light and whatever. So Sammy, I am going to take the Mac Mini because we need it for the booth, but I want to try, just using my M2. So yeah. And Miles said, dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh, Dr. Elo got one. Yes. Just. And then Miles said, how far the iPhone series is safe for us to use as a webcam? Yay, I go all the way back to 8, homie. This is an 8, and it still works. The advantage of anything newer is it just got better cameras. So as the iPhone camera increases, it, as we know, according to all of the people that cry and complain on the internet, the only thing that they ever do is upgrade the camera. So they're not right, but in this case, it works for us. And what kind of plastic did y'all use? Again, that's why I don't like this. Anybody, you guys just rip plastic, or anybody like nice and slowly, like anal retentive, cut the plastic open like me? I like to do it like this because then you can just pick this outer sheet up as a single piece. Don't ask me why. It's a weirdo thing. All right, this box is tight. Open the box. Nice quality box. It sounds dumb, but I kind of do judge packages on their box quality because of Apple. Because Apple come correct with the box quality. I don't know, but I actually do judge packages, like if the package is good, the thing might be good. Okay, so there's a link. It is tiny. It is massively tiny. Let's give some references here. Pull this guy out real quick and then grab this. Try not to break it. Oh, girlfriend. That is tiny. There is a little something back here. Oh, those are just pads. The rest of the box is good. So this is good. So when I decide to travel with it right now, this is strong enough to be a travel case. I kind of only need this cell piece internally, so I will do what I have to do to get it out. It seems like it's glued in, but I'm going to want to take it out to use this as a holder for now until I get a proper case for it. But look, it's tiny. Let's give you some reference actions. This is a cam link. This is the camera in reference to a cam link. This is a journey into sound. All right, so there's that. This is a tiny vial of Vaseline lip care. Here's something that more people know. This is a SanDisk Lifesaver SSD. And then the last one, which all my Sony people should have, that they never took out of their box, but it's in there, is a Sony camera thing. Like the power, like, oh, I need to buy a dummy battery for my Sony. No, it came with this. Plug this guy in the wall and put a USB cable in your camera. Game over. Stop buying dummy batteries and blow up your camera. Anyway, I'm going to stop soapboxing. And let's take off the wrap hair. It says double tap to recenter the lens. Okay. Then on the sides, it says caution. Camera might get hot after extended use. Okay. Let's take this off. I take you to the candy shop. All right. On the bottom, there is a quarter 20 thing. Get a little light. Little quarter 20 thing right there so that you can screw it into whatever requisite quarter 20 things that you have. And it has a little flippy flap so that you can connect it to things. Is there magnets? Oh, it's magnet. Oh, come back here, over here. My eyes are up here, Sony. Okay. Sorry, it does that. And I even told it to turn on eye autofocus, and it's weird. Anyway, so I like the fact that it has a magnet because that means that I can I could even stick this guy, depending on how far the gimbal works, I can stick it right there and have it like camera like straight up chill. Damn it, Sony. I know what it is. The me back there is throwing it off. I'm gonna have to change the station. That's what it is. Let's go Turtles. Brady, you see this right here? This Hawaii video? It has like 240,000 views. That's what you need to make. Since you out here making stuff, make one of those day in the life Hawaii videos and you get 240,000 views for people that just want to, play it on the back of their TV like such. Anyway, so let me see what else is in here. I like how it fits. This is pretty cool. Super simple. And then see what's in the box. Yeah, the Link professional camera is pretty incredible. I've used this AI camera stuff with something called GoToRoom. GoToRoom is like GoToMeeting, but made specifically for like corporate level conference rooms. So kind of handy. All right, this is the trick to this system. These little markers right here, I could place a whiteboard. Actually, I should get one. A whiteboard that I could just hang right over the front of the TV. So for instance, I can go out and buy a piece of white acrylic plexiglass that is roughly the size of the TV and then heat bend the hook so I can just hook it right on top of the TV, put these in the four corners. So if I'm doing a class, have my Rode Wireless go on and I can give it a gesture, it will focus to the whiteboard and I can go over there and write on the whiteboard and it will give you a perfectly framed image off the whiteboard. It doesn't even have to be directly behind you. It could actually be off to the side. The camera will go over there and it'll bend the picture accordingly. But a cool way to do whiteboard in a room like this, you don't have a lot of space, and I don't want to cover the wall, is you get a white acrylic, not an opaque. You want a white. If you get a little bit opaque, you could turn the light on the TV on behind it and help it glow a little bit. And then you can get markers that work for writing on acrylic. And it's kind of like those old grease pencils, but it's a newer thing they got. It's like a dry ink, I guess is what it's called. Similar to dry erase board. And you just go over there and write on the acrylic and then you just wipe it off. So I should make one of those. And it's real easy to just take a heat gun, heat the acrylic, bend your little hook so you can just pop it right on, right? Manuals, I actually will read this. It comes with a adapter, okay, which is basically USB-C to USB-A. And then it comes with a USB-C cord, which I would just check the quality, but I'll probably don't use it because I can feel it's not braided. I do not like non-braided cords. I am weird like that, but it's because I travel and non-braided cords get tangled, braided cords don't. So I don't like non-braided cords. So there's that. I'm a weirdo. You don't have to listen to me. And then the silica gel is orange this time, which is kind of cool. All right, so let's throw that in there. Move this off to the side. And yes, it is a good quality cable. Similar to the cable that came with the Rodecaster Pro 2. It's a little thick and unwieldy, so I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I need to be a little bit more flexible. Okay, so let me get this bad boy plugged in. Do I wanna... You better get off on your own, girl. And it's not purple. You know what I'm saying? You better get off on your own, girl. Girl. All right, let's do this. And plug this bad boy in over here. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the next comedian? And what I could do, actually, out of my teleprompter, it's a little light, but I have hot shoe type screw thingies. Hot shoe. Of course, the only ones I have nearby are the heavy ones. When I need a plastic one, I mostly throw them away. I'll use a clamp, safer. Clamp is safer. I was thinking I could just take one of the little plastic hot shoe guys and put it in the hot shoe up there to hold it on. But I'm not a fan of the plastic hot shoe thingy, so I normally throw them away. And now I need one. Yep. All right, so this is a clamp. Everybody should get these little small rig clamps, so you Lonzy or whomever. It make life better. I'm going to screw this camera onto there. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to clamp it to here. Jed, clamp it. And the cool part is because it's gimbal oriented, I don't have to spend too much time tweaking. Wait, I don't want you that close because you're going to freak out the Sony. So let's get you a little lower. There you go. Damn, it's clamped into position. Man, I'm telling you, these clamps are life. Everybody should just get a couple of them. Then plug it in the back. Plug it in the back. Sunroof top. It just waked up. Oh, it did a little gimbal dance. Oh, come on, Mary. It just woke up and did a little gimbal dance. Put this right here. And let's see, does it show up in the old Cams of E without me doing anything special? It shows up in Ecamm without doing anything special. I just did it. It's just in there. Now, if I do one of these, it blinked. All I did was gave it the plus sign and it blinked. So it must be doing something. This is the part where the part where you're supposed to read the manual. But like it just did something. I'm gonna have to get my iPhone out so I can show you guys what it's doing. And then I'm also gonna take out the manual. I think it's probably can't see because I left the stupid lens covers on. This is probably not helpful to the party. This right here, yeah, that's probably messing it up. But you can give it a little bit of self-control. Control. Man, the image quality is gangster. It is actually pretty gangster. Now I'm all grown up. All right, so Roy said, I keep my boxes pristine. Yes, I do. 419 Canades on the Zon. Yes, Rob, this is pretty much your fault. You started it. Yeah, they do. Because my Insta360 up there gets hot. But you know what? I'm glad you brought this up, Mr. Vols. Here's something to know about the quote-unquote get hot. Do not judge your electronics temperature based off your human capabilities, okay? Hot to the human touch is between like 122 and about 160-ish. You start tripping. Some things are designed to operate hotter than that. I don't know, like your car engine, your frying pan, whatever. So don't stick your hand on it and go, oh, it's hot. Because your hot is completely different from mine. And I will put money on it that your hot and my hot is not even the same as, say, like Dina hot. Because Dina is in the kitchen a lot more than me. I'm in the kitchen a lot, so I have hot hands. You know what I mean? Like if you can just grab pots and stuff. Like I turn things over in my frying pan with my hands. Like if I'm making a steak and it's time to flip it, I just pinch the corner and flip it. Whereas like Karen and Bob's, they freak out when I do that. They're like, how can you do that? And I'm like, yeah, I can, if the chicken is frying and you're doing a half shallow fry, I can grab the little nubbin of the chicken and flip it over. And they freak out. Like, you're going to burn your hand. It's like, nah, man, if you worked in a restaurant before, you get hot hands. So this is why you can't go, oh, this is hot, and start freaking out, oh, the MacBook gets hot. Hot to what? You? That's not a test. A laser type, like the one we got for COVID, that's an accurate test. What is the temperature, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, the dumbest thing, here's how you can tell. If you go to the store and you buy some tea, right? If your tea says put in hot water, that's some cheap crap. If your tea says put in boiling water, also some cheap crap. Because real deal tea will tell you the temperature that the water should be, all right? You do not put green tea in boiling water, regardless of what it says in the package. Green tea likes to be made at somewhere between 160 to 180 degrees. 160 for your higher quality Gyokuro matchas, the high-end matchas, your high-end senchas. They want a lower temperature. They steep at lower temperatures because they don't want you to burn and over-oxidize the tea. So you're at about 160 to 180 degrees for your high quality. If you're doing the baocha, which is white tea, like the Chinese white tea, again, you're at like 150 to 160. You're not coming in with boiling water. You put boiling water in your tea is the reason why so many Americans be like, I don't like tea. It's because you're burning that crap because you grew up listening to Lipton. Because Lipton, they want you to boil it because they don't want you to get sick because they don't clean that. Saying. Gretchen says, Travel, I need something that I can plug my M1 MacBook headphone jack into to have the lavalier wire and headphone connected from the same port. What do I need? Come on, player. I got you, Gretchen. I got you. Man, what is up? Good to see you. It's been a long time. Long time. Let's see. Did you have another question in here? Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. All the way from Scotland. Just let you know I remember these things. But yeah, I appreciate you. I don't see it. Let me search for it. Yeah, I don't. It must not have came through. I don't see it. Either that or the YouTube ate it. Let's put it that way, because I don't see it. Please put it in again. Let me just check. I don't see anything on the actual panel either. So by all means, please drop it again. All right, appreciate you. Scrolling. Boom. JFK is in the building. Boom. What is this? What if this is what I think it is? Does it auto straighten the image going overhead in desk mode? I believe it does. I haven't got that far, but I think so. Yes, let you see these clamps. Got you. I got myriad sizes. So this is a small rig shorty clamp. These are known as super clamps. So what they're cool about is you can go something like this here and then find you some space to stuck it and twirl it tight. And then you just loosen a little bit over here and then you can adjust this however to where you need it. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a place to stick stuff to, right? So if I needed to stick a camera or an additional microphone for a different recording right here, I could just do that. And then when you tighten this, then it just stay there, right? I'll move my hands out the way. There you go. So that's what these are. These are super handy when I'm traveling and say I want to record something at the airport. There's no place to tripod. You can just pinch this to the trash can, throw your Insta360 on there and record a video. Or like when we were in Seattle, I needed to hold the camera to the tree. I just clamp this to a branch, stick the camera on the tree, and start yakking. Like cool stuff like that. So that's a little bitty in. And then this is a longer version, and then the medium version is there. So These come in handy. If you look at a Mr. Camera Junkie video, his whole studio is built on these. He has one to hold like this camera. He has another one to hold like the light. He got one that he used to hold Aiden. Like, he got these joints all over the studio. So these are super clamps, Miss Janice, and they're bomb. They start at about $11 for the little end, about $20 for the long one. But these things are blessed, absolutely blessed. Look, a tiny little quarter 20 thing. I could have stuck it up there. All right, so those are my clamps. Let's see. Let me get Gretchen. Articulating arm. See, he has 10. It's I call him super clamp is the clamp part. The articulating arm comes with it too. Yes, mine are small rig. But if you go to docrock.live/shop and look in my Amazon thing, it's probably already there. Boom, boom, boom. JFK, sweet baby Jesus, look at this. It's the 360 link. Yeah, it's only hot if it's cooking your lap. And that's only for the boys because we get roasted. Never mind. Roasted peanuts. I'm trying to find, there it is, Gretchen. Chrome. And then, man, Gretchen, what the heck was I looking for? Why he dumb? Why did he dumb? She had the perfect question. And I lost what the heck I was doing. Sorry, Gretch. Hold on. Let me go backwards. The headphone connected. There you go. Sorry. Man. I'm working on like 4.5 hours sleep. So there's that. The one I like, Gretchen, is made by Sabrent, but there's a bunch of them out here on the Marquee. Let me hit this. Right there, the Sabrent USB Extendo clip. They do have it where it's a USB-C, and you can also get, like Ugreen is a decent company. You can also get one that has a little bit of a cord, right? So this Ugreen one actually is nice because it has a little bit of a cord, and normally what happens is, well, this USB regular one, Sabrent actually has it with the USB-C. So let me go back here. Well, I'll throw this one in the chat just so that you can see USB audio jack sound card. Copy. Let me do this again because I don't trust me. So copy. And then if I go to this one, and if it's working right, it should have stuck those two together and build a automatic stuck together link. Oh yeah. Y'all know about that. That is a Alfred trick. If you press copy and on the second copy, you go copy, it actually stick both of them together. So that's that one. And then let me show you the Sabrent one, which I just would buy these and keep them in my kit. I do need to purchase another one because I gave my last one away. But the Sabrent one is just a tiny little nubbin, and they actually do carry the USB-C version. So on the Sabrent version, I'll copy this, and then I'll come over to this right here, lighted, double copy. You hear a little poink noise, and then when I come back over here and hit one of those, it'll be like that. Gangster. So those are how you do it, Miss Gretch. And why my face missing? Who did that? That's heinous. Ooh, let's put the link in there. Hey, what's up, little guy? All right, cool. So I like it. I like it a lot. So far, so good. Okay, so boom is taking a nice Elay Miss whiskey dram this evening in your honor. Man, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? Let's see. My friend just gave me some stuff. I got another bottle of Macallan over here, but this is Highlands, regular Highland swill. I did just get a 12-year Glenlivet, but I have my Aran. I don't know how you pronounce it. Aaryn, Arian. Scottish, they use weird pronunciations. And that is my go-to, so good. I I love me some Ile. Yeah, don't sidetrack me. You guys know we'll be sideways. All right, so let's see. I'm just double checking to make sure I got Gretchen covered, which we do. And then, all right, cool. Let me look at this thing, and it says fix the whiteboard recognition marker. Oh, that's what that's for. The piece mode makes it look for the recognition. To enter tracking mode, you want to hold your hand up like such. Okay, so let's put this back on and then go like this. It blinks 3 times. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Oh, shut up. All right, let me do myself a flavor here. I'm going to put you guys into camera mode. Oh, you know what, Paul Duncan? Paul Duncan said there's a place called Discord, and there's people hanging out in there. So Paul meant to say is that I left him alone in the Discord, and he can be an angry bitch sometimes. Sorry, Paul. Don't get mad. I can see I definitely have to figure out if I need to download any software that would allow me to white balance this, because this, as you can tell, the white balance is off. These are not the right color. That's not the right color. But I could come over here inside the Ecamm situation and give it a little bit of tweaks. That's closer. That's about right. Desaturate just a little bit. Add some gamma. Not that much gamma. So now I can get it closer. It's never going to be as smooth as a full sensor camera, but you know, it's a good picture. It is a good picture. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. So now I got my paw area connected. I don't want to get yelled at anymore by Paul. Oh, everybody's in here. It's not just Paul. It's the whole people. Oh, what's up? What's up? Wrench Mob is in the building. I thought it was just Paul. It's actually cute people in here. Hi, Keely. Hi, Dina. Hi, Gretch. I thought it was just Paul being Queen Paul again. I'm going to stop making trouble to Paul because I'm going to be gone, and who knows what Paul would do to my stuff while I'm missing. He got the keys to the whole stuff. So if y'all come back and my channel's missing, Keely and Paul got pissed off at me and did something weird to my channel. All right, so far, and Dina actually has one of these. So the hand gesture, when you go like this, it puts it in gesture mode, and then when you move, it follows you around. I believe I just turned it off. What I want to do is come over here, and this might be a little bit of a task. So let me take this camera off and then highlight that thing and copy it, though. Let's come down here, brand new scene, go to blank, and then paste it in. Bam, that's this guy. So we're going to put this guy up here. Right. Then we're going to hold the option key, drag one of these over. Yeah, you guys are getting the Ecamm listen at the same time. And on this one, we'll put the master camera, 4K. There it is. Mm-hmm. And then on this option, what I'm going to do is put this guy into NDI HX camera. Voila. And then put it here so you guys can see what's happening as we do this. All right, I'll put that right here. There we go. And then I got one more trick up my sleeve is on this guy. I'm going to see you people are like, man, this live streaming stuff, I didn't know it could be this dope. Yeah, you don't even know. This is how we get down. Right, I'll go like that. And just because I need to put my hand down for a second, ignore this camera. I'll put this up just a smidge. And then drag this one over here like such. And then change this camera to Boom. Discord people. Okay, so what I want you to pay attention to is this little lights down here on the bottom. Here, the wallet looks ugly. Hold on, sorry. Pay attention to these little lights on the bottom down here. When it go like that, maybe this is confusing it. Yeah, this camera is confusing. Let me move it out of the way. See the blinky blinky? That turns on and off the gesture mode. Oh, it didn't catch. Let me do that again. Now it's following me. You see what I mean? Okay, now there's another trick to this, is to do like this. That didn't do jack. Hold on. Maybe, is it left-handed? Oh, this is to adjust the zoom. Wait, it did something. It's blinking. All right, back to manual reading. When your face is in the frame, make this gesture and the camera blue light flashes rapidly. At this point, the zoom function is activated. If the gestures move upwards, zooms in. If it moves down, zooms out. Okay. So again, let me move this a little bit more to the side. We're really just paying attention to the lights on here. So if I go like this, wait, it didn't turn blue. Oh, sorry. I know what I'm doing wrong, people. You can't do the loser sign. You got to do this. Okay, man. Sometimes gestures don't work with folks of color. Just say it. Try that again. Blink. Is it working for you, Dina? Oh, I think that did work. Yeah, it did. It did zoom in a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm confusing it with this camera right here. Never mind. I'm not. I don't know. I see Dina's doing stuff. So I just see her moving around. Hey, but it does follow. Here we can get this. It is following pretty good though. Oh, I like it. So, Dina, did you install any apps or anything to control things like white balance and things like that? There is an app. I do see a QR code here, so I will. All right. I'm going to go and get the Link Controller app. Let's do this. Bang, bang. Insta360. INSTA 360. 360. Insta360. Let's put it in Japanese. No joking. Go down here to the link. Boom. So far, the image quality though is amazing. What's a trip to me, people, is that before these things would always suck because the sensor size was so small. But they're figuring out how to get, this level of game out of tiny sensors, which to me is pretty impressive. Scroll. There's it. Advanced control. I say, hey, come back here. Bam, Mac OS. And that is it. One thing that they do, which is a little irritating, I was on the road with my 360 RS and I wanted to boost the firmware like this. And they're like, oh, what's your serial number? I'm like, the RS camera is like the size of a toenail. Like, why I got to get the serial number just to update a firmware? Like, don't do that, people, especially if the device is tiny and the serial number is tiny and the person is using it is of a certain vintage. Just don't do that. That's just dumb. You don't really need that. Nobody's going to download the firmware and they don't have a camera. So stop that. Anyway, that's just me. Every time Dina's over there adjusting her Zoom, and I think she's calling me a loser. I'm about to get offended. Oh, remember that from Rick James, the L7 Square? You busting out on some serious funk. Dang, now I got to listen to some Rick James. All right, so I'm installing the Insta360 application. And guys, while I'm doing this stuff, you are able to ask regular questions while we're out here goofing off. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, this is the Insta360 link, Janice. And I got it for two reasons. To test it out with Ecamm, because I know for a fact Ecamm users are going to be doing this kind of stuff. So I was like, hey, Ken, can I buy one of these to test it out for Ecamm? And he's like, yeah, I understand how you work. And I was like, okay. So Ken said I could buy one. So I bought it. And it works. Ecamm just plugged it in, immediately recognized it without the link software, which to me goes to show how well our guys write applications. Let me just go ahead and say that, because a lot of applications won't do that. Link controller app. So let me get this open. Where'd you go? Hopefully you land on this screen. Okay, would like access to the camera. Yes. Here we go. All right, so let me go back over here, hit that. Demonstration mode. So now you guys can see, I'll put this in this little empty space right here. It says, click to turn on and off auto tracking. Next. Click to turn on and off whiteboard mode. Okay, got that. It says, click to turn off overhead mode. This is what JFK was talking about earlier. It has an overhead mode, which does the bendy type stuff when you want to show something ahead. Like you have the camera facing you and you're talking, but you want to show, say, filling out the idea bank checklist. I can hit overhead mode. It'll point to the desk and frame up stuff properly. The Apple version does weird things with your fingers, so be careful of your hands on camera if you're using the beta and using that. Okay, so gesture controls. Auto tracking is put your hand over there, be careful not to cover your face with your head, and then now the tracking function is on. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Mylin. This one, throw the L, which I was trying to do. That looks for those border markers. Oh, no, that's up. Hey, she has her fingers closed. Oh, okay. See, the book, this is it, people. The book did not do a good job of explaining the L, but I realize it's just the iconography in here. It doesn't show the fingers curled. Never mind. That book is tiny. But yeah, it doesn't show the fingers. What'd you say, Dina? Yeah, it's just a palm. Here, I guess I can go like this and then and unmute the Discord people. So when Dina uses bad words, we all can hear her. And then the P side hits the whiteboard mode. This thing looks for those markers on the whiteboard and it starts blinking and it'll just, bam, adjust to the whiteboard. That is incredible. And she has figured out the Pythagorean theorem. Man, I'm looking at that page and I don't think there's nobody in the stream that understands anything on that other than the circle. Where my math people at? All right, so we got that gesture controls down in there. It has the 4K. Come on, Doc, you know how we do. Switch to 4K. Ooh, that did something. Okay, and then let's come over here and go into image settings. Turn off auto exposure, but now I need that. I want my ISO at like 500. My shutter speed at 150, if I can. I mean at 50. The reason why is I shoot in 24 frames per second, people. Oh, let me look over here. I shoot in 24 frames per second. So by doing this, I am doubling my frame rate. If you shoot at 30 frames per second, put it at 1/60. If you shoot at 60 frames per second, which is silly on the internet unless you're gaming, because you're just wasting bandwidth, then set it at 60 frames per second. You want your shutter speed and your frames per second to match or be double. or some even multiplication thereof. So for instance, because I shoot at 50, I can set it for 1 over 100, 1 over 150, 1 over 200. You get it, right? All right. Hope that makes sense. So I got that 1 over 50, got that at like that. And I like the fact that they actually give you some curve adjustments. You can get in here and do some things, right? And so what that allows you to do is keep your overall look, but take out, some of the highlights and shadows. I'm not going to explain you guys curves too much right now because it will confuse some people. But I'm just trying to make an adjustment because my TV back there, I can do things like, adjust the curve a little bit. There you go. All right, that's just a tiny little adjustment. Okay, auto white balance. Me no do need that. I'm going to set it for 54 because that's where I'm at. It's actually inaccurate. Let me try 52. That's better. My white balance in here is actually at 5400 Kelvin, but not all devices tell the truth. So I'm going to do that. You got things in here where you can adjust the sharpness, soften that picture up a little bit. You got saturation controls. You can desatch it. You can, hyper saturate it. I like to always desatch just a little bit. I don't like the fake saturation that cameras be doing these days. And then you can give yourself a little bit more contrast, right, to control things. And I like to soften my contrast just a little bit because of the beard. Anyway, so once you got it set how you think you kind of sort of like it, then you can come down here and say save as a preset. Oh, I see. Now I need to upgrade the firmware to save a preset. Sucker. So here's what I do. Here's my preset version. Screenshot. Screenshot this area, and then I'm good. All right. Bam. More settings. Covered that. I don't need whiteboard, so I'll turn that off. Do I want to use the AI zoom? Head, half body, whole body. Let me just leave it at head Flintstone. Anti-flicker is set to auto. We have 60 hertz here, so we can do that. Man, I'm turning that off. This is confusing it. And then you can set your tracking speed to fast, slow, or normal. Okay, very cool. What else they got here? Autofocus, yep. Streamer mode, what that is? Oh, when you want to do 9:16. Yeah, that's cool. So when and if Instagram get their head out of there and fixes it, you actually be able to go into the right area. And then let's try HDR, which is whack. I don't need that. Why did I put manual focus by accident? HDR, not really need that. I know the HDR image did look kind of good though. And then here's my serial number just in case. And then here's my firmware version. So while we're doing that, let's go ahead and update the firmware. Hit update. While it's doing that, I'm going to check on you folks. Okay. Oh, Brady said the hand is too close. Yeah, I think so. What are you trying to ask me? Because just ask it. We got you squared away. I don't know why your thing isn't working. Yeah, let's see. Oh, you learned L7 from Sandlot. Man, Luis, you got to get into some Rick James. This is Insta360, Gary. I love Insta360. What's up? What's up? The guys is in the building. Okay, the firmware is still loading. Come on. Yes.
Maybe he's using words in his comment that he shouldn't be using.
Oh, yeah, that could be it. But does it not? Does it just
Maybe
ignore
he's
it to us,
using
Paul?
words in his
Or
comment that he
does
shouldn't
it?
be using.
Oh, yeah.
If
that could
it's
be
in
it.
that block word list, it
but
will not show
Does
it.
it
You'll
not?
never
Does it
see
just
it.
ignore it?
It just
Okay. Or does
doesn't post it.
Oh,
If it's in that blocked word list, it will not show it. You'll never see it.
Oh,
It just
okay.
doesn't
Man,
post it.
my
So
my
if it's
my
in
what you
that
call it
blocked
just went
word
crazy.
list, it will not show it. You'll never see it. It just
Here, let me fix this.
doesn't
Man,
post it.
my
Sounds like a medical
what you call it
problem.
just went crazy. No. You know how we did it in the stream the other day, where I brought in the stream directly from the Ecamm. I don't have Ecamm open on this side, and I need to do it because when it does the double echo thing, it's driving my head crazy. Okay, the camera just did a bunch of twirling around and whatnot, and I guess that's because that's its way of shaking the head, saying the firmware is okay. So that's it. But in the process of doing all of that, firmware updating, it jacked my damn settings. So ISO 150. Hey, but it remembered as soon as you turned it off auto. That's pretty gangster. It went back to how I had it. Alrighty. That's cool. I think I said 52, but it's about damn time. So this thing is slightly off because I'm at 54. It's saying 49. So it's about 500 Kelvin off. No biggie to the average kin folks. Let me see. What did I set my brightness and stuff to? 50, 43, 46, 40. This is why when you get your settings on something you like, get it and save it. Now I can save as a preset. Boom. Hey, I did that, but you didn't ask me what the preset name was. All right, anti-flicker is off. Don't need that. Track speed normal, autofocus, streamer mode, HDR. Boom, yep, in there. So now everything is set. And you got gimbal control. Track speed normal, autofocus, streamer mode, HDR. Boom, yep, in there. Now everything is set. And got it. People, if you pop into the Discord, please come and mute it, because otherwise I hear myself again 10 minutes ago. Gimbal control. Oh, you can drag the preview to adjust the gimbal. Shut up. What? That is cool. And you can use the scroll wheel to adjust the zoom. Dr. Livingston, I presume. This is super cool. Oh my God, this is bananas. I really like it. This is going to be perfect for streaming on the road and not wanting to set up a whole entire next camera, right? So if I do this here and then take this particular one, switch it to something like, come here. Switch it to something like custom, right? Grab a little edge, put it right here. Then now, why did I have my cell phone full screen? I don't want to be like that. Come over here. Let's see all my Discord people. Keely, can you hide yourself in Discord? Show my camera. No, but
It depends on what context.
That just made my camera disappear. I was trying to make my whole box disappear.
And then if you have do not show non-video participants, it'll hide that.
Yeah, but then I'm a video participant. You know, I mean, so that way you guys can still see me, but I can hide my view. Like hide self view kind of thing.
Yeah, turn off your camera.
Yeah,
I
got that. But then now
do
you
that
guys
one.
can't see me. Well, you guys can see me on the stream. Never mind.
Yeah.
I got it. Just listen to the Canadian lady. Life is so much easier. Just listen to the Canadian lady. This is cool. So far, gang. Image quality is good, especially coming from not having anything. Yeah, much better than the one that's built into your Mac. Another thing I liked about it, Ecamm just picked it up instantaneously. If you don't even install any software, Ecamm is GTG, or good to go. Sorry, no military acronyms on the stream, Doc. And then I like the fact that if you have a multiple monitor setup, as I do, I could actually leave the preview application open And that gives me some control over the gimbalic nature of this all. So you guys might not have ever seen my custom homemade Starbucks. I made this, by the way. It's not Starbucks, it's Star Wars. I was going to say something else, but I made this on my CNC, or my laser machine. Sorry, you can tell by the burn marks. So that's how much of a nerd I am. I found a 2D drawing, and I went to Illustrator and created a bunch of things so I could be weird, because that is what you call nerd people. And there's Steve and them, my boys, K2 asshole. Oh, Dina, I'm telling you, this is going to come out helpful for the kitchen. Like, because you can do things like have it chase you around and things like that. So that's kind of cool. What was that again? In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental woman to put me up. Felicity, what's in my Felicity? You know about this. Yes, it works good. I'm curious at the vertical mode for doing stuff like recording real content, and then it can like follow you around. So if you decide to do dances from the counter, it can follow you around the kitchen. That is so cool. Streaming only, it can't record. Well, I mean, there's this company called Apple. You might have heard of them. And you open up this program called QuickTime. You also might have heard of that. And you just press record. So it doesn't have any internal memory because it's not recording out in the streets. But here's a funny thing, and I'm glad you just brought that up. Let's do some comparison shopping. Yes, Paul, I have a whole cabinet of tricks. Now, player, look, it does things. It's like it's chasing me around the room. Okay, the lens is way bigger on the Link than on the old Pocket, right? This is the old Pocket. The lens is way bigger. The camera head is roughly the same size, so it's almost as if they took this and said, oh, we're going to take what DJI made and make it doper. But the gimbals are built kind of the same. They're exactly the same size. I mean, it's a trip. They're like full ass the same size. But the lens on the Link is bigger. So, interesting. If you wanted this type of experience in the street, then get one of these. DJI Pocket. This is a Pocket 1, but on the Pocket 2. Just get one of these. My only gripe for this, and it drove me crazy, and this is still a dope device. This is very good for recording, and it makes incredible images. My only gripe for this, and it pissed me off enough that I stopped using it, is it doesn't have any way, even with the media mod or something, to let me get an HDMI out. I'm like, I'm a streaming cat. I need HDMI out. And then DJI goes, okay, we're going to make a new version with a bunch of updates, adding all of the things that you guys asked for. Still don't got no HDMI out. And I'm just like, DJI, I love you, but you're a pain in the butt. But this is equivalent of doing shots with hand holding your drone and walking around. So if you have a drone, you don't need to buy one of these. You just look funny holding your drone and shooting with it, but you can do the same things with the drone as this. But this is a good camera. I won't say it's a bad camera. What I like about my regular Insta360 camera, which is up there, hey, I wonder if it can reach up there. Let me try this. No, it cannot. The other thing the firmware update did is it took it out of 4K. Let's put it back. Is there a difference? Can you guys see the difference? Not really. Not really. Anyways, let me take off the tracking and then try to turn it up. There it is. So I'm just trying weird things. There you go. So with this Insta360, what's really good about this particular camera, when you're out and about and you're shooting on the fly, you don't need to point it. Like when you have the 360 mod on it, it just needs to be on and on a stick. It captures everything. So much easier for those of you who aren't used to framing things or whatever. You can just grab and go. And let me see if I kept it on my phone. I will show you just a random craziness of a video where Diana and I are riding those dang scooters in Spokane, and the road is bumpy as all get. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how good the quality came out, because like we were just out in the streets clowning, and it took like really incredible video. This is it. Let me see if I can move this over here. So I'm gonna, if you could imagine, oh wait, this might be my Seattle one, but it'll still work. If you can imagine the world's most bumpiest roads possible, because Seattle or even Spokane wasn't any better. It probably has to do with the constant wetness and the constant temperature going below freezing and then hot below. It causes the roads to be bumpy. It's a real deal thing. It's not, I'm not complaining. Put this back. This thing took incredible video. Like, it is the most impressive thing possible. So if you're a road traveler, I do highly suggest Insta360 cameras, whether it's the little white one that Rob has, which is called an Insta360 Go, or Insta360 X2, which looks a lot more like a SanDisk SSD. It's a little vertical, kind of like a pack of cigarettes almost, but more skinny, like Virginia Slims. Or the Insta360 One RS up there, which is very much like a GoPro. But it was cool is this one is a twin edition. So it has a flat lens for shooting regular content like I'm doing today, or it has the 360 lens, which is amazing because, again, once you put that thing on, you don't have to do any extra trying to control stuff or frame stuff. You just put it on, press record, let it go. What's cool about Insta360 cameras is you can say, start recording. And you hear this noise, and it will do that. And then you can say, stop recording, and it'll stop. Or you can say, take a photo. It will take a photo, similar to the GoPro. So if you have it mounted somewhere where you can't necessarily touch it, it's still fine. Like, it'll still be fine. All right, it's dropping this video real quick, and then I will show you. I think this might be the one from Seattle, but I wanted to show you the one from Spokane because there's both Diana and I, and it's just really funny to watch her make a fool out of herself. Brady said that he got the X2. Let me put this over here, give you guys an example. Okay, so this is us riding. There it is. This is the Diana one. Let me embiggen this. Look, she gone. That was her first time riding a scooter, and she thought she was the coolest thing since sliced bread. But you guys have no understanding of how smooth this is, because if you look at the street properly, every one of these lines and stuff is all bumps. And this street is actually a little gravelly, and it does a good job. She almost broke her butt right there, but it's really bumpy. And yeah, you can see the crack in the paint to show you how bumpy the street is. But when the video is playing, you don't really notice. That art artifact is, I did drop my camera like the second day and I have a scratch on the lens, which irritates me. So, damn, she tuning in. And Diana has not been to the stream in like a month. And I start talking smack about her and she just pops up. Oh God, I'm in trouble. But we had so much fun, and the Insta360 is mad smooth. Now, looking at me, I'm holding it at the stick and it's bouncing to and from my face, so it's kind of funny. But as it tracks Diana, which I told it to do, it's so smooth. You see, my hands is bumpy because I'm at the bottom, but if you look at the image in front of it, I don't know how the algorithm does it or whatever, but it smooths it out. And This was literally, yeah, that's it. She's like Beetlejuice. I said her name 3 times and then she just popped up. And my scooter would not start. I had to kick it to get it going. Diana, she looking cool, got her kicks, and she got the newer model of the scooter because the handle is shorter. I'll just leave that for you guys to think about what you ever want to think about. Then after we got to riding it, we found out the place that we were going is roughly about 2 blocks away from our hotel. We were just at the other end because we were shooting content. And I was like, Daddy, you want to just leave these here and walk back? And she's like, nah, man, we ride the scooter back. To 2 blocks just to get back. 2 blocks, we rode it back. Now, this street right here is really jacked up. You can tell by the cracks, and you don't even barely see it. And you can tell Diana's figuring it out because now she's zigzagging like she cool. But look how bad the street is. And believe it or not, this thing handled pretty well. I mean, you can just see it. The street is nasty, and they handled pretty well. That guy with the yellow strap was about to tow somebody's car for not paying their stuff. But yeah, that's it. So, Diana, what you just came for, this little guy right here, you can't see it, but it's a Insta360 camera that is made for live streamering. Yeah, it was an alley. Thank you, Gretchen. If the alley has a green sign, it's a street, damn it. So pave that. Listen, gangster grandma, don't be giving me heat over here just trying to protect your Pacific Northwest. Don't worry, Hawaii has horrible streets, but it's because of earthquakes and volcanoes and the same problem you guys have. It rains every day and then it gets hot and it causes ours to crack. For your guys, it rains and it gets cold. It causes your streets to crack. Don't worry. Don't come for me. Don't at me, Pacific Northwest. Damn it. But this Diana is the Insta360 Link. And so it's this cool little camera that even if I do one of these here, look. Hey girl, what's up? What's up? 8-pound stern, right? Look, and it can you can drive it up and down. Let me take off the tracking. Look, you can drive it around the studio and be like, So when you're doing demonstrations in your studio, Miss D, this joint will follow you. And what's good for it is once we set Swinging Up Things podcast at the Axe Throwing event, we have a motion tracking camera. So when y'all are in the swing going back and forth, with you and Rob, this thing will be able to keep up with you. So super cool. Man, family, I'm telling you, I really like this camera. It's pretty cool. What we didn't check was the audio quality. And I don't know if I have an easy way to do that. Let me try this. Can you guys hear? The quality of the sound now should be the microphones on the Insta360. I don't have an easy way to listen to this, so I'm hoping that it sounds good. I'm waiting for this feed to catch up to my Discord people, and you guys let me know. You should be hearing the switch over right about now. Keely is making a strange face. That's not right yet. Because they can hear me from the Rodecaster Pro 2, but the stream audio should be picking up the audio from the Insta360. And actually, Hunty says it sounds great. And since he's a singer, I'm going to believe him. So we got us a cool little webcam for the thing. Of course, there's a stark difference between the SM7B, but I will listen to the playback and I don't trust none of y'all. Okay, Dillcasters and Dillcasters we trust, but not Dill Chasers, Doc. This is cool, family. This is cool. Now I know what I'm going to hear from my boys is that I know there's probably a latency. So stop. I'm going to hear from my boys that I need to go back and redo this unboxing on Amazon. But when I last checked, Insta360 hadn't made this. They haven't made this available on Amazon yet. Let me check to see if they came through yet. I think it's just because of initial stock supplies. They had it only on their website. Best Buy didn't get it yet, and nor did Amazon. I would have bought it from Best Buy because of the points. INSTA 360LINK. It's on there. It is on design now. Okay, I'm gonna have to do me an Amazon live stream with this bad boy in place. Guys, can you get a webcam for less than $300? Yes. Can you get a PTZ camera of any quality for less than $300? No. So, if you get a webcam with PTZ capability for $300, I think Insta360 is the way to go. Now, it won't be as Zoom friendly as, say, PTZ optics or whatever. Keely was doing her own hand Canadian made Insta360 thing because she was adjusting her camera. But yes, this is pretty cool. Why is B&H on pre-sale? This thing been out for a minute. Oh, B&H has it now. Got it. Paul said it's on pre-sale, Hunty. Boom. Yeah, it did that for a second, B, because I had both cameras turned on. Foldable graphene mixed in with rubber. Oh, 100%. 100%. I agree with that. And confine for concrete instead of rebar one day in the roads. I believe so. You know what's Paul, it's a USB-C because it's a webcam. So I don't think you can plug it into an ATEM unless the ATEM has a USB-C webcam option, which I believe the newer one might have that. Oh, yeah. I had it louder than the SM7B. Sorry. Definitely different. Not great, but not awful. Nice. Nice. So, K-Walk, this is how I found it. I was looking for the 1-inch because after I made that so the Insta360 software, when you use the camera up there, it does that fixing and stabilizing. And I did that and I sent it to Diana and I was like, yo, this is marvelous. So the day that she asked for that clip was the day that the 1-inch came out. And I was like, oh, I should get the 1-inch. And so when I went to the site to go look at the 1-inch, this came up. And I was like, oh, as much as I want the 1-inch, this is more handy for testing with Ecamm and bringing in stuff like that, especially even doing demonstrations where you're doing something with your hand. So like for someone like Glenda, this would be incredible. Oh, what we didn't try, which probably not going to work because I have this arm in the way, but let's press desk view mode. Okay, it doesn't do as bad a job of messing with your hands like the Apple one does. But this arm is in the way. Okay. Let's do something like this. And let's get a Sharpie. Luckily, he got Sharpie on the desk. So. Why's my Sharpie dead? Who's been leaving my Sharpie open? Son of a batching, farging ice hole. Oh, someone killed my Sharpie. That does not make me happy. Do we have the next one? I got more Sharpies, people. Man does not survive on one Sharpie alone. All right. Ooh, do not accidentally write. Do not accidentally write on the notebook. All right, this is good. This is good. This is what I'm thinking about sticking in my kit. What I'm thinking about sticking in my kit to take to Rich's house. So I got those two. What else we need? We need the. All right, that looks. Hey, the desk view is pretty good. Like it's not too crazy. You can tell the iPhone is not really this skinny. But when items are flat, I mean, they're slightly off, but it's still, I think it's still better than the Apple one at this point. So I think JFK had asked about that desk view. I think it's pretty legit. I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna give it a decent score, right? Man, drafting class in 11th grade, fam. That's what that's all about. Drafting class from 11th grade. Mr. Wicker was my teacher, and he made us like write our sixes a certain ways and our nines a certain ways. So for someone like, again, because Dina has one, and so if Dina's in the kitchen and she's showing like chopping some broccoli or showing some stuff like that, the desk view doesn't distort as much as the Apple way. So it is a pretty good thing. Oi. Spam risk. Channel View, Texas. Are you calling me Rich? It's Channel View, Texas. Don't know. Yeah, I did. I always Sharpie my lids. I mean, Sharpie my lids. I don't know. The other one, maybe this is the older one because I have multiple of these. This is a dopest Sharpie, people, by the way. See, this should be on Amazon because it has the little Sharpie on this side and the big Sharpie on this side. And then my favorite Sharpie is my Dick Blick stainless steel Sharpie, which I love. I don't know if they sell them anywhere else, but I got it at Dick Blick's in San Francisco. It's really, really cool. And I carry that in my bag. Oh, they do have it on Amazon. Dude, I love the stainless steel Sharpie, people. I know it sounds overkill, but it's amazing. It feels so good in the hand. And I'm a Sharpie guy. Like, I love Sharpies. So this is what a stainless steel Sharpie looks like. It's super cool. Even this one isn't the same as the Dick Blick ones. The Dick Blick one is way better than this. Let's see. Stainless steel grip. Man, open. What are you doing? Yeah, this is the one. The one I have, it doesn't have any plastic on it. It's solid steel, but I think it might have been a custom thing from Dick Blick. But yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. These $12 ones are disposable. The one that I have is refillable. I don't go to Walmart, but I see it now on Walmart. The one I have is refillable, which might be different. See, every time these guys make products and then they go and try to make it better. Mine, you don't see the word Sharpie on it in black. It's actually written in like laser writing or something of that nature. So, dude, I'm telling you, stainless steel Sharpie though. I used to have it for just travel with it because you always need a Sharpie when you're on the road. And I like the stainless because I figure it won't crack and bust up inside my Shimoda bag. So there's that. There's that. All right, gang, we did it. Man, what the heck did I do? Oh, I'm down here. Yay! We did it. We did another stream, some cool unboxings, answered some questions, and now I got to go make stuff. So let's go make stuff. We got like a week ago. If I had to give this a score, you know what? We don't have Discord, people. We don't have a name for my scoring system. Like I don't want to do stars. Everybody does stars. I don't want to do. I know until we come up with a better scoring system for products. Oh, shockers. Okay. All right. See, this is why you gotta keep Dina around. Diana, you on your last flight? Man, I'm gonna see you pretty soon. But Diana's still on the road. And how'd you sneak back up to the campus without letting me know? Damn. I see how you are. Get home safe, sis. Let me do this real quick. Dina gave me the answer to the program. So we're gonna put one of these and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do this on the fly, but here's the Shaka scale. But I want to do one thing that I don't think I'm gonna be able to do like this. So I'm gonna try to cheat and then go like this and then erase this. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. You got to go like this. And then you got to highlight this. And you got to pick the color. So it's like that. Okay. That doesn't work. That doesn't look that good. Here, we do it this way. Oh, man, we can't rotate yet. Dang it. I don't know how the heck we're going to pull this off. But, man, what's the best way to have a shocker, Brady? We want to give it 4.5 shockers. There you go. There you go. 4.5 shockers. There you go. That'll do it. That will do it. Because what I would like to see is this. It's the stuff that they can do in the firmware. No, Kathy, it's small enough. Like I got big hands, so I don't like things to get too small. That's all you people. I don't mind it. I think it's a perfect size. If I had to give it anything, I would, just me being a weirdo, I want more control over the image. Like I would like to point. It'll make sense in a second. I think I might have packed it already. What did I do with it? Did I pack it already? I might have packed it already. I did. Sorry. It's already in the suitcase. I would like to point my white balance card at it, you know, and then like this, and have it do a white balance as opposed to, you know, me having to guess numbers. Because I understand these numbers. Brady is a photographer, understand these numbers. Gretchen is a photographer, understand these numbers. Janice is like, what y'all talking about? Right? If I tell her to set the Kelvin to like 5100, she's like, Kelvin, I don't know nobody named Kelvin. Right, Janice? See, I'm telling you. So I would like it if it had like on the Sony, your Canon cameras, your Nikons, your Fujis, whatever. You hold up a thing like such. I have my legitimate one here. Unfortunately, it's in my suitcase already. You just hold up your chart and you tell it to take a picture. It takes a picture. It adjusts the white balance. That's a accurate white balance reading. If you remember back in the day with some of the older photographers, you would see them, they had a device about this big and they had like a little white ball on the top and they'd be walking around doing one of these because they're getting a light reading. It's a lumometer, whatever. Uh-oh, Gretchen got one. Look, Gretchen got hers in her hand. So yes, that's what that was for. That was to get like temperatures, because in older cameras, you had to get the temperature with that thing and then turn the switch to dial it in. On all the modern cameras now, it will do it for you, but the auto white balance on most manufacturers is off. It's lying. The other thing, and it's going to sound funny, but don't at me, bro. The auto white balance on most cameras is designed to white balance off of people that look like Keely and not people that look like Janice and I, because Japan. they thought they were doing the world a favor. They just didn't know at the time. Camera manufacturers are getting better now. They're realizing their skin tone ranges. Anybody like Brady who shoots here in Hawaii, when we do weddings in Hawaii, photography is a pain in the butt because every wedding in Hawaii is biracial. Like 98% of them. Like the random occasion when two white folks came on vacation to get married, that's rare here. In Hawaii, everybody's Hawaiian, Chinese, Filipino, Japanese, French, Italian, Spanish, Guamanian, like we're all over the map. So you'll have the bride and groom, even if they're both Hawaiian, there's light-skinned Hawaiians and there's Hawaiians that are darker than me. And it just, auto white balance never works. So we all carry gray cards and try to do, skin exposures and things like that. Most of these electronic devices don't do a good job of exposing skin for people with the chocolateness nice. So you have to make some adjustments yourself. So it does have great image control. I wish it had further image control. That's it. Kelvin has been a nerd since before nerd was a common noun. Yes, that's just true. So true, Gretchen. So yeah, I think that's it. Other than a little bit more image control, I think it's good. My people say that the audio sounds nice. I'll double check that. It's tiny. It's very easy to set up. You literally plug it in and it just goes. Then you download the software. Easy. Its firmware updation process was easy. The build quality is pretty tight. It's pretty tight. So I think it's good. I think it's good. In a lower light situation, it might not be as pretty. Just because I think this is probably cheating. I have a lot of light right now. You know what I'm saying? So that might give a false impression. If you have a lower light situation, just add light, people. Like, even if you have no choice but to go to the depot and get a daylight light bulb and stick it in your lamp instead of the cool white light bulb that's in your lamp, that will fix it. You know what I mean? It will look really ugly. But like in Dina's situation, she could go to change all the light bulbs in her kitchen to daylight bulbs. Move your big head, Doc. See how she has this nice image right here? Uh-oh. Why did I just change it to Janice? I was trying to change it to Dina. There you go. She has this nice situation, but you see the slightly orangish brown color to the tea lights, the little lights that's moving around in there. Dina, if you're on camera, don't look like you want to slap us. I'm teasing. But those are what you call like a sub 4,000 Kelvin light. Those are probably 4,200 light bulbs. Sometimes they're 38s. They go all the way down to 27. If it's really orange, you're looking at 27. If it's really white, you're looking at 5,000 or higher. So when you see that white light versus the cool light, so the warm tone works for her because Dina is a person of color. So the warm tone looks really, really good in her kitchen. It matches the wooden top. It matches the cabinetry. It looks really dope in the kitchen. When you watch on TV, what they always do is they use hyper white lights. And so it gives a different look. So like even for this particular setup, the way Dina has it, what did I do with all my cameras? Uh-oh. Oh, I hit it. I was like, where the heck did I go? I lost my own self. The way it's set up in other situations, you wouldn't want to do that necessarily. So you want to have that control of your white balance. So like I know when Dina said in her stuff for her show, she has to white balance according to the light in her kitchen because it will look extremely orange if she did not. Like everything in her kitchen would look bright orange because of that light that's designed to match the nice ambient light that's coming in from her beautiful outdoors. There you go. Now, everybody here is white balanced properly, which is quite amazing. And Janice is about to text me something crazy. Anyway, gang, I appreciate everybody for being in here. Oh, actually, Dina said, they can hear you. You could just say that out loud. She said she tested the lower light and it was impressive. Good. And Janice, they can hear you, so do not use any other fruity language. She's about to yell at one of them kids. There you go. let's do a white balance test with all of us in the full spectrum infrared camera. Oh yeah, that will be kind of cool. I love infrared cameras. That is just the nerdiness of all nerdiness. Okay, gang, that was it. We did it. We did it. We got one more stream on Saturday before I hit the road, and then luckily I am happy that I could take this guy on the road and stream with it from the road because it is of a decent quality, and we will look fanglorious. So we'll see you guys Saturday. We'll have one last creator Q&A, and then we have class. And after class, you went to the bathroom? I'm gonna just throw my stuff in the car and go straight to the airport, and then it's off on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. So thank you guys. Make sure you pop the like button on the way out. And yeah, that's it. That's it. We'll see you guys Saturday. Thank you guys for coming. Two.
City of mine, how I love the city of